Hi LEGO fans, it's finally here! After 92 doors of Advent Calendar joy and the occasional abomination, I'm looking at you, Hammy. It's Christmas Eve and day 24 of my LEGO Advent Calendar door opening spectacular. Hold on to your butts, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. After so many disappointments, yesterday's gifts were perfectly splendid. LEGO Friends came last, earning 1 point for a perfectly passable Christmas tree. It was a day when the calendars really needed to shine, and this did not keep up with the competition. In third, earning 2 points for LEGO Harry Potter was a selection of gifts in house colours. Gifts traditionally do poorly, but the theming and a rare printed element helped to rescue Harry Potter from the devil's snare of last place. In second place was a miniature version of Fortress Vader, complete with tiny advanced TIE fighter. Darth Vader's castle earned a well-needed 3-point boost for LEGO Star Wars. And in first place, with only their 7th win of 2020, was LEGO City. They presented this festive Santa's sleigh complete with gifts and Rudolph the COVID-free reindeer. So as we embark on our final journey through the keyhole of every 2020 LEGO Advent Calendar, how is our leaderboard looking? In the purgatorial prison of last place with no possibility of parole is LEGO Friends with 46 points. Their crimes against hamsterkind and brutal enslavement of magical elves has not gone unnoticed. Set to finish third is LEGO City, who have amassed 52 points and delivered a bunch of really nice minifigures this year. LEGO Star Wars has 66 points and the Imperial fleet is massing to take on the mighty magical power of LEGO Harry Potter. With the same 66 points, Dumbledore's army is ready for a fight to the death, with a magical array of hexes, spells, curses, and hopefully a decent gift for a change. I can hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring-ting tingling, so giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go and open up every door number 24 on every LEGO Advent Calendar. So finally we come to the last 4 doors, and we're starting off in style with LEGO Harry Potter. It makes it really easy because there's only 1 door left and it's always going to be down here in the bottom right. Let's see what we have for the final day, and you know what, actually, for a final day gift, that is shocking. It looks like the Goblet of Fire again. Now we do have some interesting snake-shaped elements there maybe, but this is not what I would expect to find on the last, or behind the last day of an Advent Calendar. It really does look very disappointing. Well anyway, let's judge this. So LEGO Harry Potter is already awarding themselves the trophy for Advent Calendar of the Year 2020. But hold your hippogriffs, Potter you rotter. This is the Triwizard Cup and the last portkey that Cedric Diggory would ever use. It has a particularly nice pair of handles made from these snake elements. There's a sturdy base decorated with a trans-blue cone, maybe some kind of plaque for an inscription, although I'm pretty sure the Triwizard Cup didn't have that, and then a trans-blue piece representing the bowl of the trophy. Now referring to the actual prop, this should have an engraving which says Tri-Wiz-Ard. It should also have 3 handles which join to the top of the bowl. As you can see in the case of the LEGO version, we only have 2. This is a very nice thing and ticks all the boxes when it comes to theming, but this is not the most accurate recreation of what we saw in the movie. I am frankly a little underwhelmed, and you should be worried, Harry Potter, very worried. Let's see what LEGO Friends has got for us. Our second calendar on this most festive of days is LEGO Friends, and I'm sure glad that we're getting to door number 24, which I almost opened up on the first day. I kind of got a bit aggressive with the calendar there, but let's see what's behind here. I suspect I already know, but spoiler alert, LEGO. Let's have a look. We actually have another mini doll, which is nice, and that is going to be Mrs. Claus, looking rather young and prim there, so we will get her put together and take a much closer look. Our second gift for the day before Christmas is a rather skinny Mrs. Claus mini doll. I'm guessing Mrs. Claus got a Peloton for Christmas last year. It looks like Mrs. Claus has been cleaning up after the elves and has to put out the trash. Okay, so it's probably more likely to be Santa's sack, but I don't think they're going to get my bike in there. Mini dolls aren't really my thing, but this is a very nice example. I particularly like those fancy boots with the gold laces. And I've got to say, this is rather a racy outfit for somebody who's probably 1700 years old. The facial expression is very kindly with a great big smile and those big blue eyes. Her crowning glory is this mop of very fashionably styled white hair. Mrs. Claus doesn't usually get a lot of love. No, not in that way. I guess Father Christmas is the popular one because he's the one who flies around the world with a big bag of Xboxes. Is Mrs. Claus worthy of winning Advent Calendar Gift of the Day, or will she be getting claustrophobic in a box of spare parts? We'll find out in 2 shakes of a reindeer's tail. So our penultimate calendar for Christmas Eve is LEGO Star Wars, and I'm pretty sure I know what's inside here. In fact, I predicted it on day 1. We are, of course, going to have the Darth Vader, complete with Christmas sweater, and that is awesome. Look at that face. We also, in fact, very nice, we're going to get a cape inside here, so really super excited to take a look at this. Let's get him built and have a poke around. It's always a good day when you get a minifigure inside an advent calendar, and this is a good day. A very good day. We've got an exclusive festive Darth Vader. His weapon of choice is a festive red lightsaber and his killer personality. Not only do we get a festive red lightsaber, it also comes with a shiny chrome handle. But the best thing about Darth is that fantastic Christmas sweater. I think he must have bought it at the Darth Mall. Must have cost him an arm and a leg. The design is presumably a Death Star and not a sad Pac-Man. Checking out the printing on the legs, it looks like he's wearing his sweater over the normal armour. Darth is instantly recognisable thanks to his shiny helmet and respirator. This actually comes in 2 parts. Put it back on! The facial expression looks like me in the mirror after completing 24 daily videos. The bottom half of the helmet is sandwiched between the body and the head. The same goes for the cape, which I'm sure he also bought from the Darth Mall. We do have some printing on the back, but that is gnarly, that's not normal. Honestly guys, if the back of your head looks like that, then do seek some medical attention. Darth Vader was set to appear in a spin-off movie back in 1987. The plotline was that his TIE fighter broke down parsecs away from the Death Star. I'm really not sure why The Empire Hikes Back was never made. Nothing says Christmas like a murderous Sith Lord wearing a festive jumper. But will that be enough to steal Calendar of the Year from LEGO Harry Potter? We shall see. And so we reach the final door on the final LEGO Advent Calendar for 2020. This is going to be the 96th door we've opened this year, and I'm pretty sure we're getting a Father Christmas in here, and indeed we are. Yes, we've got the, well, we think this is Father Christmas. This is actually Wheeler, or whatever you'd call him in Super Nintendo Wheeler in disguise. But yeah, we have the Father Christmas character as we'd expect on Christmas Eve, and I'm sure that will score pretty well for LEGO City. So we've reached our final gift of 2020, and it will come as no surprise that Santa makes an appearance behind door number 24 of the LEGO City calendar. The same thing happened in 2019, again in 2018, and looky who showed up behind door number 24 in 2017. This year is slightly different, as Santa is actually Police Chief Percival Wheelie Wheeler, a character from LEGO City Adventures. Removing the hat and beard reveals Wheeler from beneath his disguise. The face has been recycled from the 60246 police station, which has been inspirational for many of this year's gifts. Wheeler comes with a couple of accessories, firstly this 1x2 printed tile. He's also carrying a sack of presents, or in this case a couple of 1x2 tiles. Apart from the change of head, everything else about the minifigure is the same as last year. The hat is identical to the one Dio was wearing, the beard is a familiar stock element, and the torso print, whilst very nice, is in its 4th consecutive year behind door number 24. We even have the candy cane secretly secreted behind the back. It is a really nicely printed torso, and I especially like the metallic gold buckle and button. Will this bootleg Kris Kringle win Gift of the Day, or is LEGO City a rebel without a clause, substituting Santa for Wheeler? Stay tuned! So with all the Christmas Eve gifts liberated from their cardboard tombs, it's time to pass judgment on our final set of Advent Calendar tributes. From the wizards at Harry Potter, we got the Tri-Wizard Cup, which you may not want to touch. The LEGO Friends Grand Finale was a very elegant and svelte Mrs. Claus mini doll. LEGO Star Wars managed to make the murderous Sith Lord Darth Vader festive with a Christmas sweater. And from LEGO City, we got Police Chief Wheeler masquerading as the annual Santa. But which one of these gifts is more festive than a Die Hard movie? And are any of these festive gifts really bad enough to invent a scenario where they are subjected to arbitrary and unspeakable horrors? It's time to award the last points of 2020. In last place, earning 1 point for LEGO City, is Police Chief Wheeler. He may look like Santa Claus and he's wearing the same Santa suit from 2017, 18 and 19, but there's only one Santa Claus and this ain't him. Take a deep breath people, because it's time for some tough news. In third place, earning 2 points for LEGO Harry Potter, is the Triwizard Cup. I can see why this is a logical conclusion to a Yule Ball themed calendar, but the cup itself is not symbolic of Christmas and lacks the wow factor we expect on day 24. In second, scooping 3 points for LEGO Friends, is Mrs. Claus. I like how the LEGO Friends team thought outside the box for some of their gifts this year. Not you, Hammy, you were shit. This is a really nice mini doll and perfect for door 24. But taking home the prestigious prize of first place on Christmas Eve is that most festive of all the Star Wars characters, Darth Vader in his sad Pac-Man festive sweater. He's awesome, and no amount of Bat Bogey hexes or jinxes from the other Potterheads will change my mind. So if you were concentrating in math class, you should already know what the final scores are. But for those of us too lazy to keep track, here's the leaderboard. In last place with 49 points is LEGO Friends. On the podium in third place is LEGO City. Sitting in second with 68 points is the boy what lived, LEGO Harry Potter. And in first with the 2-point lead over the Wizarding World is LEGO Star Wars with an interstellar 70 points. But that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. I have 10 last minute points to award, but before we do that, let's take a look at the completed calendars. As you guys were telling me in the comments all along, this Harry Potter stuff looks great when you put it together. We've got various different elements here, including what seems to be the Gryffindor common room, and some theming elements from the Yule Ball. As a completed item, it's definitely more than the sum of its parts. Ever since I saw the printed flap on day 1, I had high expectations for the finished result from LEGO City. The end result is a miniature LEGO City complete with buildings, vehicles, and novelty oversized minifigures. I don't think this necessarily looks great, but it does add great play value to the set. When you put all the LEGO Friends stuff together, the much lower part count really shows. It all looks a bit sparse and a little bit meh. The commendable thing is that we have different zones on the flap. We can segregate Santa's workshop from Emma's house, and we have an outdoor area for fun in the snow. Definitely not the best we've seen from LEGO Friends this year. So while Star Wars had some of the coolest gifts this year, very few of these things belong together, and some of them definitely don't belong in the snow. If we were judging this as a single LEGO set, it probably wouldn't win. In my mind, the fun of having an advent calendar is opening a door and getting a fun and unique gift every day. Star Wars for the most part did a great job of doing that this year. Okay, back to the finagling of totals, that is the annual bonus points tradition. 4 points goes to the best overall finished calendar of 2020, and that prize goes to LEGO Harry Potter! Some of the daily gifts did not do well as standalone items, but as a completed set, this is great. 3 points is awarded to the calendar with worst gift of 2020. Hammy the Hamster came good in the end, providing enough comedic value to earn the LEGO Friends a little helping hand. 2 points goes to the best gift of 2020. Our favourite was the Festive Gonk Droid. It was so quirky and different, but managed to tick the boxes for being both festive and original trilogy Star Wars. Finally, we have one last point to award to Minifigure of the Year. This was a very tough call, but the minifigure that really made the Herbert family smile was Darth Vader in his festive sweater. Festive, but at the same time ironic. I'm pretty sure you guys were expecting me to hand it to LEGO Harry Potter, but I honestly think they were outshone by LEGO Star Wars this year. I proclaim that LEGO Star Wars is Advent Calendar of the Year 2020. We'll get to the comments and shoutouts in a second, but I wanted to firstly thank everybody for joining me on this festive Advent journey. Hopefully this series of videos was able to shine a little light into what has been a very difficult 2020. Checking out the comments from yesterday, it's now very clear that the gift from LEGO Harry Potter was the Firebolt racing broom he received from Sirius Black in Christmas 1993. I also acknowledged, albeit later in the video, that Vader's Fortress was featured in Rogue One. I don't read the Star Wars comics, I've only seen the movie once, and I do have a habit of falling asleep. Finally, I believe I foolishly promised some shoutouts as it's Christmas. Son, your ego's writing checks your body can't cash. A big shout out goes to Philip Kamara, Lego Kid Animation, Caleb Lee, Jeff's son Oliver, Fenimore Cassidy, Daddy Torb, George Bow 23, Jack's Lego Productions, The Lego Builder, Daniel Sebastian, WGJL Builds, Brian Bacon, It's Same 43, Bink Bricks, Leon Kurtzy, Heather Lewis, Toby Castlebury, Alex Wild's son Arlo, Tammy's son Jackson, Olive Gree, Elijah Johnston, Willard96, Frostbite, Nick Gaming 31, Ewan Freckhold, Caleb Kuroda, Jack Rockhold, Cruise Can Draw, RK Beast NJ, Carson C29, Tammy W, Before Homestead's niece Serena in Texas, Ninjafied, The Star 07, Aerodynamics, Excalibur Sonic, Jacob Hill, Dave 1820, Harry's Toy Lab, Timothy Wingate, The Hardy Family, Dakin 295, Edbrick Productions, Juan Anzaldo, Deborah Forrest, Catmaster, Brax, Enjoyed Cello, Reagan Jewel, Awesome Bee Studios, GW, Donacha, Archie Shadow, Dolphin Mania 559, Video Clone, Jimin19, yes you got featured, Juan, Tom but definitely not Millwall, Michael95, Nathan Midge, LP with Vincent, Super Plushy Brothers, The Mix Up Kids, Rachel Says Boo, Mickey Romano, Cara DJ, Flippy Orca 21, Jonathan Marrow, Adam Kim, Josie Roach, Lucky Panther, Gavin Ferguson, Builder the Brick Shop, Jem Ma, Emerald Knight, Aidan Lynch, Hetty's Awesome World, Alex C. Squirt, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So we've reached the end of the road and I'm looking forward to a lie-in. Thanks a million for joining me on the annual LEGO Advent Calendar door opening spectacular. Stay safe and I wish you a happy and healthy Christmas.